Okay, welcome back for the last session. First of all, I want you to know that you do use 100% pure pumpkin, and this one can, it's, let me see, 29 ounces, good size can. It makes 4 pumpkin rolls with all your other ingredients, okay? And all-purpose flour. So, that's that. Now, I did make 4. The 4th one's in the oven. While I was making those 4, the first one's cool enough for me to start showing you the next step. So, let's get that last one out of the oven so I can show you the hardest part of making a pumpkin roll. Nice and hot. Turn my oven off. Keep my gloves ready. I don't know if you remember. This is so hot, so you're definitely going to need gloves. Okay, now, a lot of people use dish towels. I use the cloth napkins, table napkins. These Soka. I have also white ones too, but I like them because your pumpkin rolls really unroll really nice with these. With your towels, your dish towels, they roll a little harder. You know, the lint or whatever, the fabric sticks to it, and you're pulling skin, or not skin. Sorry, you're pulling like threads off your pumpkin. So anyways, you lay that so it's covering the pumpkin. Then you take another cookie sheet, set it in there like that. Get your gloves, because like I said, it can be very hot. Okay. Now you take it, you flip it. Okay. Then you take this off. Sometimes it sticks a little, so you kind of got to wiggle a little bit, but I've been really lucky. All right. Now, I take a butter knife, and I kind of pull up the edge. That's what you want to do. And also, I know I told you to cut some of this off on the end. Just make sure you don't cut too much off, because you want to be able to have a nice piece that you can fold back when you're trying to take the plastic off. So I just kind of take a knife, go down, and pull out on it to get it to break loose, so it don't kind of tear the pumpkin. Sometimes you got to take the edge and go under and just kind of loosen it up, and then I turn it. Do the same with this side. Just pull the edge off your cake. This is the hardest part. I'm telling you, it really is. Getting this plastic off without tearing your cake all up. Okay, now, the edges are all loose. Now, you want to take this off. You don't want to try taking this off. I mean, you could, but it's harder. But you can do it that way. But it's a little easier for me. It may not be for you. However you get it off is however you can get it off without tearing your cake up. Then you can do it however you want. But I do it this way. I'll take it from the edge here and start pulling. Very slowly. And if you get a piece that's like this piece is sticking, leave it alone. Then start elsewhere and pull. Just pull very slowly until it's all off. Now see where that part was, I was telling you that it was sticking? Enough air got under there where it's not sticking no more. And it comes off nice. Throw that away. Then you want to turn it. This is when the gloves come in handy. Okay. So you want to take and you want to turn your napkin over a hair and try your darndest to get a tight row as you can. Slide it up towards you and row. And keep going towards the middle of it, out to the sides. Towards the middle, out to the side. Towards the middle, out to the side. Just keep repeating that until you get it all the way rolled up. Ooh, this is getting hot. Then where the edge is right here, your last row, you want to make sure you keep that on the bottom. Then I have a cooking rack over here. I set my pumpkin rolls on. Cooking rack. Okay. To cool. A lot of times when I make them, I'll make them and I'll let them cool and then I'll put them in a bag, like a Walmart bag, plastic bag or whatever. Put them in the refrigerator overnight. That keeps the moisture in, and you could put them in, I mean, they don't have to be completely cool. They have to be completely cool before you put them in the refrigerator, but you could take them as soon as, like that one there I just did, I could put it right in a Walmart plastic bag and double it over, set it aside till it cools enough to be put in the refrigerator overnight. Or you can just leave them on the rack like this, like I'm doing right now, and just letting them cool before you start on them. Like I said, this is the fourth one that I took out, and the very first one that I did is cool enough now for me to fill. So get that out of the way. And the very first one I did, voila. Okay, now I went ahead and made my filling. I didn't do it to show you because it's so simple. You can do it yourself. It's not a big deal. But cream cheese, of course, and you don't have to go out and buy expensive cream cheese. This is just great value. Good enough. Works good. Works just like if you bought expensive. One of those. Vanilla. Oh, and butter. But, you know, it's all on your recipe that that you got. I don't know if you still got it or not, but if you don't, I can send you this recipe again. But for the filling, it's 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of butter, which I already put back in the fridge, and let's see, I think that's it. Yeah, what am I thinking? Okay, yeah. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of butter, 1 cup of powdered sugar. And, of course, your main ingredient, 8-ounce cream cheese. The whole thing, you use the whole cream cheese. And then what I do, I just put everything in a bowl. I take a fork and I kind of work with it. Get the powdered sugar mashed into the whole thing. Then I blend it with my blender. Then you got a nice, smooth, whippy, like that. So now, here we go. Time to unroll. So, you find your end, you unroll it, There, it's all unrolled. Then you take, of course, your filling and put it on the inside. Try to get as much as you can out. For this, you don't really have to use such a big mixing bowl. I just end up washing this because I had time waiting for my pumpkin roll to cook, or bake, I should say. And that way I won't have another bowl out here. And then just kind of get it all off as much as you can. Okay, now you just spread it. And remember, if it cracks, it's not a big deal. This one, it didn't crack. I was like, wow, great, awesome. Yeah, just kind of, you want to try to put a lot at the edge because that's where you're going to start your row. And when you start that row, it's going to push out. So you try to get, as much as you can towards the ends. Just I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm listening to country music while I'm doing this. But kind of nice because Todd's at work and I couldn't do this if he was here. He'd be kind of driving me crazy. I mean, I can do it. I don't want you guys to have to hear him in the background. Of course, it would probably be comical because he is pretty funny. So there. Now we got it all pretty much. Spread it out. Take your knife, get the rest of it off. Okay. There. Now we roll it. Roll it right back up. See, that's why I like this. This here, it's nice because it really don't stick as bad as dishcloths, dish towels. Just rolls up pretty nice. Sticks a little bit, but not like, you don't get all the strings and stuff from this. I've even used handkerchiefs, the jumbo size ones, handkerchiefs. I don't want to call those stupid things, but there. Now, do get my hands a little tacky. That actually could have cooked a little longer, but it'll be all right. Because they're not supposed to be tacky like that when you're rolling. But it's a little tacky, but it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Once it's frozen and it's done, it's just a little tacky. Now, the foil. gonna say, oh boy, don't tell me I don't have foil, but I do. Okay. Now, how I measure the foil, I measure it from Pumpkin Hills. Well, that one didn't. That broke off too soon. Let me move this over so it don't do that again. Okay, there we go. Measure it from that like that. There we go. Put the shiny on the outside. And now, to take it off is the fun part. Without cracking. You know what? That's right. I think I roll it like this. Then you just roll her up in foil. Yeah, I should have cooked this a little longer, but it's okay. Guess I was getting a little in a hurry here. I did work last night, and then you just turn and then you kind of push the ends in like that. You just roll them up and push. Just push it in there like that. Then you want to roll it back and forth. It kind of levels the cream cheese filling to go in other places that it needs to be other than hunks in one spot. Okay, there you have it. All done. They're ready to be put in the freezer. Freeze it overnight and take it out and cut it. Best to cut it when it's frozen. It's easier to cut. And you can cut it, freeze it, cut it, and then roll it, the foil right back up. Or you can cut it and put it in freezer bags already cut up, and then anytime you want one, or Robert, if he wants one, he can just go right in the freezer and get him one. Of course, he'll probably get more than one. I know Robert. Okay, that's it, dear. If you have any other questions, comment below, and I will be glad to answer all your questions. Love you. Have an awesome holiday.